Assalamu alaikum friends, I hope you are all well. After a woman passed away, her body was not going to be buried. A sheikh described the incident. The sheikh said, "From the beginning, I understood that there was a problem. I have 30 years of experience. When we were preparing to bathe the woman's body, we could smell something foul from a distance. I wondered why such a foul smell could be there. Then I thought this might not be a normal matter. We took this matter seriously. Then we laid the body on the ground, and we took the woman to the cemetery for burial. There were many of us at the cemetery. We were so many that we could have easily pushed a big car away. But when we were trying to bury the body, none of us could lift the body. The weight of the body had increased so much that even with 6 people, we couldn't bury it. However, the woman appeared very weak. It's not believable that her weight could increase like this. When we 6 people failed to bury the body, we tried to involve 5 or 6 more people, but still, we couldn't lift the body from the ground. We were very worried. Then the sheikh said, "I know all the tricks of a dead body. I've read so many books and learned so much. I've learned a lot about dead bodies. What to do if the bones break, how to bathe the body if blood spills, how to bury if the body is dismembered, what to do. I've studied all of these, but in such a situation I couldn't understand what to do. There were many attempts to lift the body from the ground, but nothing worked. We were so many people together, but still, we couldn't lift the body from the ground. Then when everyone was very worried, the sheikh told everyone, 'Since I can't figure out what to do in this situation, I'll talk to a sheikh friend of mine about this matter.' Then the sheikh called his acquaintance. After hearing everything from the sheikh, even he was surprised, because such a thing had never happened to him before. Then the sheikh told him, 'What can we do in this situation? Because the body has to be buried.' Then he said, 'Recite the Quran in front of the body.' The sheikh said, 'As far as I know, the deceased doesn't listen to Quran recitation. Then why should I recite now?' He said, 'I don't have any proper answer either, but I don't see any other way. So I think this method is correct. So you start reading.' Then the sheikh went back to the body and started informing everyone to start reciting the Quran. He recited some verses from Surah Yasin and some verses from Surah Kaf. He kept reciting the Quran like this. When burying a body, everyone has to touch its feet first. After a while, the sheikh noticed that everyone was able to lift 1 foot of the body. Think about it, so many people, yet they were only able to lift 1 foot. After that, the sheikh said, 'Alhamdulillah, I found some peace and thought, 1 foot has been lifted.' Then I continued reciting the Quran. I didn't stop reciting the Quran, and eventually the dead woman's 3 sons were able to lift her body. Even then, I continued reciting the Quran. But suddenly, I don't know what happened. I felt like someone hit me. Someone called me, and I stopped reciting the Quran. At that moment, the dead woman's body, along with her 3 sons, fell into the grave. Then I said, 'What have you done? If you could do this with your mother's body?' They said, 'We don't know anything. We don't understand anything.' Suddenly, the weight of the mother's body increased so much that they couldn't bear the weight, and so they fell into the grave with the body. I swear by Allah, we knew nothing. That is, when I stopped reciting the Quran, the weight of the body had increased so much that the 3 sons couldn't bear it, and so they fell into the grave with the body. Then I went into the grave and started reciting the Quran again. I was giving them all different advice, giving directions, and I was reciting the Quran myself. I wasn't related to that body at all, so I couldn't even touch the body, and there were the sons of the body, there were relatives too, so I couldn't touch the body to do anything, so I was just trying to explain to them. Do it like this, do it like that. If there was no one familiar with the body, then I could have touched the body. That is, if there was no one to help the body, then only I could touch the body. So I noticed that one of the dead woman's sons was crying incessantly. I asked him what happened. 'Why are you crying like this?' The boy said, 'Allah is the creator. May Allah keep you well. Please don't tell anyone about my mother's matter. Keep my mother's matter secret.' Then I said, 'What do you say? I haven't seen anything like your mother. I don't know anything. Why would I go or say anything to anyone?' I couldn't understand anything the boy was saying. Yes, the sheikh also didn't understand anything. Then the sheikh kept asking the boy again and again, 'What happened? Tell me.' Then the boy told the sheikh that yes, he's fine. You won't be able to tell anyone anything. When the burial work is finished, I will tell you everything." Then the boy asked the sheikh before getting out of the grave, "Can I see my mother's face for the last time like the last time?" The sheikh then told the boy, "Yes, you can see, but first let me get out of the grave, because I can't see your mother's face." Then the sheikh got out of the grave, and the boy saw his mother's face like the last time. And while crying, he came up while crying. When the burial work of the woman was finished, the sheikh took the boy away from there. And when the boy asked him, "What happened? Tell me now." The sheikh replied, "Tell me, what did you see in the grave? What did you see that you came up crying like this?" The boy said, "No, the person I saw in the grave was not my mother. She cannot be my mother. My mother never looked like that." After that, the sheikh said, "What are you trying to hide from me? And what did you want to say in the grave? Tell me." The boy kept crying and didn't say anything that day. After many times of asking, the boy left crying. A few months later, the sheikh went to the graveyard again to perform another funeral prayer. There he met a man with a big scar on his forehead who had come to pray. The man asked the sheikh, "Can you recognize me?" The sheikh said, "No, who are you? I don't consider you anything." The man said, "I am that boy, the boy who told you a few months ago why my mother's body was not being buried in the grave." "Oh, are you that boy? Well, you have changed a lot. I can't recognize you at all. And you told me something. You will tell me the reason why your mother's body was not being buried in the grave. If you told me something, you have to keep your word." The man said many times, "I have changed myself since that day. Alhamdulillah, I have repented and engaged myself in the worship of Allah. I will tell you everything today that I couldn't tell you that day due to excessive fear and anxiety." The sheikh said, "Tell me, I'm listening." The man said, "That woman, since she never prayed, never paid attention to prayers, she didn't want her body to go to the grave that day." Friends, this is a true incident. Many people were present there that day. They all witnessed that incident. So negligence of prayer will not be tolerated. Regular prayers must be performed. Dear friends, that's all for today. May you all be well, stay healthy. Allah Hafiz.